Hello, all my friends. I hope you're having a fabulous day, an outstanding day. Thank you very much for watching my video. And if you have not, please Hello, all my friends. I hope you're having a fabulous day, an outstanding day. Thank you very much for watching. And if you have not, please smash the subscribe, click on the like, click on the bell, tell your friends, subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, get a tidbit here or there. I appreciate you all. Today, real estate, a quick video that's going to be very pertinent shortly. Spring's coming, and so we're going to whiteboard it again because I like the whiteboard. I'm going to have that in my video. Today's video is about the spring honey to-do list, the things that you should be doing this spring. And number one, walk your home exterior. What does that mean? That means walk around the outside of your home, all the way around. You are looking for problems. You're looking for things that happened over the winter, things that you might not have been looking for or paying attention to. For example, check out your roof. Make sure that you're not missing any shingles. Make sure that your ridge vent, if you have a ridge vent, which is at the very top of the peak, is not looking funny or funky. You want to make sure that your downspouts are all in good condition. Your gutters are all in good condition. If they're full of leaves, get them cleaned. If your downspouts are not carrying the water away from your foundation, make sure you get the water going away, the rainwater going away from your foundation. You want to walk around and look around at your siding. Make sure there's no missing siding. You want to make sure that on the upper part of your roof, there's fascia, or on the ends, on the sides of your house, it's called rake boards. Those diagonals are called rake boards. You want to make sure that if they're covered with aluminum or vinyl, that they're still properly covered and there's nothing missing. If there's something missing, get with a licensed local contractor and get them covered up to protect them from the weather. You want to walk around and pay attention to all your windows and doors and look to see if the weather has made any of the caulking crack or just need a touch-up. If any of the wood, if there's any wood there that is peeling or needs a touch-up. If you do this spring and fall, your outside of the house will be in pristine condition forever. If you use, when you caulk, if you need to caulk, use the best caulk that you can afford. I always tell people to use, depending on what it is, you might want to use a clear silicone, but typically a paintable caulk, and use the best that there is, because typically that'll last for several years. So even though you want to walk around spring and fall to make sure everything's good, the odds are if you use a super good caulk and you apply it properly, you won't need to do it spring and fall. So walk around the exterior and see if something needs attention. And then you're looking for the cracks, gaps in the siding, in the trim with the caulk, around the doors, around the windows, peeling paint. Your concrete. You want to look to see if any of your concrete, if you have patios, sidewalks, driveway, are starting to spall. What is spalling? Spalling is when the surface starts chipping up, popping up. You'll see this with ice melt. Don't use, you gotta be careful what ice melt you use, because it is bad for concrete. I typically use redneck ice melt, which is table salt. But even this year, when I was putting ice on some steps heading down to my pool area, because I didn't want my puppy dogs to slip, I globbed up the table salt and I have some spalling on my concrete steps. So how I fix that is I get hydraulic cement. I mix up a batch of hydraulic cement. I also buy concrete glue. They literally make concrete glue. It looks like old-fashioned Elmer's glue, and I'll brush on the Elmer's concrete glue. The one brand that I use is Sika. I think Sacrete also makes it. And then after I put on the glue, then I will coat with hydraulic cement, just a thin layer to prevent any more further damage from the spalling. I also walk around and look for all the concrete steps, concrete driveway, concrete patios. I'm looking for any cracks, and if I see cracks, I want to use a concrete caulk, not a regular caulk, a concrete caulk, and fill in the cracks. In the winter, cracks can develop, and then water gets in there, it freezes, then it thaws, then it freezes, then it thaws, and that just makes the crack get bigger, 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 and it causes more damage. So you want to fill in and seal that up, and you want to check it again in the fall as well. And then number one source of house fires, dryer vents not being cleaned. Lint is super flammable. I save the lint because if you go camping, you'll get a fire going in your fire pit like that. Lint in the dryer vent is very, very dangerous. So I typically clean my dryer vent spring and fall. And how do I do it? They make kits now that you can attach to your vacuum to go from the inside. So I have a kit that I do that with. I also wipe down, and then I take a electric corded blower, leaf blower, and I stick that in the lint catch area, and then I block off any openings, and then I turn that blower on and it blows the lint out. And while that blower's going, I'll go to the outside of my vent, and I have a long 20-foot pole that has like whiskers. It's used for like getting cobwebs down. I got it on sale for like $15. I'll take off the little flaps gently so I don't break the tabs on the exterior dryer vent, and then I'll use that pole with the whiskers, and I'll go back and forth while the blower's going on the inside, and that cleans your vent. There have companies that come out, I don't know what they charge. I think I saw an ad for $150. You can do it yourself for like no money at all. So clean your dryer vent. And then with spring comes spring rains and all our pretty flowers and green grass. But when it rains, you get water around your house and foundation. So if you have a sump pump, you want to test your sump pump to make sure that it's working. And I tell my clients, my friends, if your sump pump goes off every time it rains, no matter whether it's a little rain or just takes a lot of rain, consider getting either a battery backup sump pump, which is only a few $100s, and you can do it yourself. Or if you hire a licensed plumber, it would only be a couple $100s. Or if you're on public water, you can get a public water backup system. So you need a plumber to do that, licensed plumber, and the licensed plumber will tap into the city water lines, and there's a little witchamajig machine that goes around the sump pump. So when the power goes off, the public water creates a vacuum, I guess a venturi. Anyway, it makes a sump pump work. So if your sump pump goes off when it rains, get a backup, whether it's a battery or whether it's a public water backup system. And then I'm going to show you what my list is, because my list is this, but my list is also more. So my list is the caulking. I'm going to put this in the video. Caulking, I touch up paint. I like Flex Seal actually. I have some concrete that's really turning to hell and I don't want to replace it. So I've started to use Flex Seal, and actually Flex Seal has held it together. So there's one spot that I didn't Flex Seal last year around my pool deck, away from the edge of the pool. I like Flex Seal, so I'm going to use some Flex Seal on it. I'm going to use the hydraulic cement on the spalling. And then I just rebuilt my deck last year, and so it'll be dried out sometime in the spring. I'm going to put a clear preservative. I like Thompson's, but I'm not going to use Thompson's. They have more magical products now that cost more money, but they last for several years. Thompson's is a 1-year product. I'm going to get it coated with a good clear. And then also I spray for bugs because where I live, there's black widows. I also get wasp nests up inside underneath the deck. And that's where I also have pool equipment. And I just go around the whole perimeter of my house and I do my own bug treatment. I use a pyrethrin, which is, I use a synthetic pyrethrin chrysanthemums. It's a synthetic chrysanthemum. Once it dries, safe for humans, safe for pets. So I spray for bugs. I don't pay anybody for that. And then this year I need some topsoil work because of my puppy dogs. So I'm getting my topsoil. I'm going to put out my crabgrass prevention fertilizer. I'm going to use a regular fertilizer. And then I have some mildew that has popped up on the side of my house and my fence. So I like to use wet and forget. Put it in a sprayer, hand sprayer, pump it up, spray it on, and then you never touch it again. And every time it rains, it cleans away the mold and the mildew. Costco always has the best prices. So when Costco has it, I'll normally buy, they sell it in a pack of 2. It's normally 50% of what you would see on Amazon. So wet and forget. They also make wet and forget for your interior shower, different product, which is also good. And then springtime comes, I'm going to detail the inside and outside, wash and wax all my cars. So my list is a little bit more than I told you, but your list might be very something similar. You want to get, if you need to get some grass growing, you want to do it when the soil temperatures start to get around 60 degrees. We're going to have more daylight because once it gets too hot, depending on where you live, the grass, you'll need a lot more water and it'll be harder to grow grass. So anyway, I hope you got something out of that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't bore you to death. Please tell your friends. And if you have not, smash subscribe, click on the like, click on the bell. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you all. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of day, week, wherever you are in your life. I love you all. See ya!